There's a reason you've always felt different, a reason you've sensed something more inside you, something beyond flesh, beyond logic, beyond everything they taught you was real. You weren't wrong, you were remembering. Deep within you, there are dormant forces that break every rule of reality you've been told to accept. Ancient mystics whispered about these powers. Mystery schools guarded them for centuries. The modern world tries to mock them, medicate them, or explain them away. But they're still there, waiting, not in some special chosen few, in you. Yes, you. This isn't another pep talk. This isn't mind games. This is a transmission, a call to the part of your soul that already knows the truth, that telepathy is real, that your body is a vehicle, not a cage, that your mind can move objects, that your spirit can travel beyond this dimension and come back with wisdom. This is your birthright, and you're here to take it back. For too long, we've been hypnotized. We've been taught to treat our five senses like prison bars, to dismiss our dreams, ignore our gut feelings, and laugh at miracles. But the veil is getting thinner. Something inside you is stirring. You've had glimpses, haven't you? You've sensed what someone was thinking before they said it. You've felt the energy in a room shift without anyone speaking. You've known things you had no way of knowing. You've dreamed of places that felt more real than this world. You weren't making it up, you were remembering your powers. This audiobook is an awakening, not of fantasy, but of memory. It draws from ancient mystical teachings that the modern world has buried on purpose, from the seers of the past who walked between worlds, from Blavatsky's secret doctrine, which revealed the hidden layers of reality, from the wisdom of Egypt, India, Tibet, and Atlantis. Yes, Atlantis, not as myth, but as memory. This isn't make-believe. This is sacred knowledge. There are 7 powers, 7 keys to unlocking what it truly means to be human. No, more than human. A being of light experiencing physical form. Each chapter reveals a hidden gift, a sleeping ability within your energy body, your soul's blueprint, your forgotten heritage. They're real, they're ancient, and they're yours. But here's the warning. This isn't about entertainment. It's not about gaining party tricks. It's about responsibility, purity, and alignment. Because power without awareness is just another way to destroy, but power with presence changes everything. Are you ready? Because once you hear these truths, you can't unhear them. Once your mind remembers what your soul already knows, your life will never be the same. You'll see energy, feel vibrations, navigate what's invisible to most people. You'll stop wondering if you're crazy and start wondering why it took you so long to remember. You're not here by accident. Something deeper than computer algorithms brought you to these words. This message found you because your soul whispered, "It's time. Time to unlock what's been locked. Time to wake up what's been sleeping. Time to remember who you really are." So take a breath. Let your logical mind relax. Let your inner self step forward. What you're about to hear isn't just a lesson. It's a calling to that deeper part of you, the part that never forgot, the soul that knows it came here for something more. This isn't fantasy. This is the revealing of what human beings were always meant to be, divine instruments. Now let's begin the journey back. Your first power is waiting. Chapter 1, Telepathy, the silent language of the soul. What if I told you that words are the weakest way we communicate? That before you even open your mouth, your mind has already said everything that matters? You felt it. That moment when you think of someone and then they call. The unmistakable feeling that someone across the room is staring at you. That chill down your spine when someone nearby is carrying heavy thoughts even though they haven't said a word. This isn't coincidence. It's not magic. It's telepathy, one of your oldest, most natural abilities. Long before we had language, before we learned to speak, humans communicated soul to soul, thought to thought. This isn't just a theory. It's an ancient memory. Helena Blavatsky wrote in The Secret Doctrine that the Atlanteans didn't speak with their tongues, they spoke with their minds. Their words were pure images, direct transfers of meaning. No lies, no misunderstandings. And those who kept this power alive, the seers, the mystics, the yogis, the prophets, they could read thoughts as easily as you read a book. You're no different. Telepathy isn't just for special people or the chosen few. It's a sleeping sense inside you, waiting to wake up. Why hasn't it woken up yet? Because modern life has taught you to ignore it, to distract your mind, to fear silence, to fill your thoughts with noise, and most importantly, to believe you're separate from everyone else. But thoughts aren't private, they're vibrations. And the field around you, the ether, the invisible web, it records everything. You're always sending out signals and picking them up too. Think of your mind as a tuning fork. When it's properly tuned, it catches even the tiniest vibrations, the quietest thoughts. But fill it with static, fear, endless worrying, you won't hear a thing. Here's the thing about telepathy. You don't need to force it. You need clarity. Let me share something that'll stick with you through this whole audiobook. Power flows where purity grows. The clearer your mind gets, the more it goes back to what it naturally is. Open, intuitive, telepathic. In the old wisdom teachings, they talk about the mental plane, a place where thoughts are actual things. They float around, connect with each other, influence everything. When you think hard about someone, you're creating a thought form that travels to them. If they're tuned in, if their heart connects with yours, they'll feel it. This isn't just poetry. It's how energy works. Now here's what most people miss. Telepathy isn't just mind reading. It's feeling emotions, sensing intentions, understanding someone's soul without a single word. Because underneath every sentence there's a frequency. And frequencies never lie. Telepathy is learning to listen past the words. So how do you wake this up? Not by pushing, not by trying hard, through inner quiet. First thing, mental silence. Your mind needs to become like a still pond, clear, calm, undisturbed. Most folks live with constant mental chatter. Thoughts crash into each other, loop around, scream for attention. In that mess, no signal gets through. But in stillness, you start to feel things, not with your emotions, with your energy body. You'll sense when someone nearby is hurting, even when they're smiling. You'll know when someone's thinking about you before they call. Images will flash, symbols will appear, impressions will come before anyone opens their mouth. Let's be clear, this isn't make-believe. This is resonance. Telepathy lives in that space between minds, in the shared field where your thoughts touch the collective consciousness. As you tune in, you start hearing more than words. You hear the essence of things. In the old mystery schools, they trained this stuff properly. They'd sit face to face, gazing into each other's eyes to connect souls without speaking. They'd practice mental projection. One person would hold an image while the other described what they saw. They had dream circles where messages passed between sleeping souls. We've forgotten these practices, but you can bring them back. Here's a simple way to start. I call it the inner mirror exercise. Every morning, sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe. As your mind, settle in. Picture someone you love. Hold their face in your heart, not your head. Now, without saying a word, send them a feeling. Peace, love, strength. Don't think it, just be it. Then let it go. Watch what happens in the next few hours. They might call you out of the blue. Maybe they'll text, or they'll just feel different and won't know why. You're not pushing anything their way. You're connecting with their soul on a deeper level, and souls always hear what ears can't. As you grow more aware, you'll feel something new, responsibility. Because here's the thing, your thoughts touch others. You're not alone in your head. When you silently judge someone, they feel it. When you silently love them, they feel that too. So train your mind. Make it a sanctuary. Let it become a temple filled with clear thoughts, good intentions, and pure energy. This isn't just about telepathy. It's about waking up. When we all remember this gift, everything changes. Words won't divide us anymore. Silence becomes holy. Souls speak without speaking. You're not learning anything new. You're remembering something ancient. And now that you've remembered, the other powers will come quicker. Your mind isn't a cage anymore. It's a bridge. A bridge to every soul you've ever loved, to every truth you've ever known. Take a breath. Your next power is about to wake up, and it'll show you that seeing goes way beyond your eyes. Chapter 2. Clairvoyance, waking up your inner vision. Close your eyes and see. Yes, see. Not with your body, but with light. Not shapes, but essence. Your eyes only show you the surface. Your inner eye, it reveals the soul of everything. You were born with 3 eyes, but only 2 were allowed to work. The third one, called the Ajna chakra in the East, the Eye of Horus in Egypt, the lamp of the body in mystical Christianity, it's been shut. Not by nature, by culture, by forgetting. But now it's opening. And what you're about to remember will change how you see everything forever. Clairvoyance, clear seeing, not fortune-telling, not make-believe. It's a higher way of perceiving that's been buried under all the noise of your regular senses. There was a time when people honored this gift. Prophets, seers, and wise ones walked with rulers and kings, not as entertainment, as advisors, because they saw truth, not just what is, but what was and what wants to be. You felt it before, a dream that came true later, a vision during meditation, a flash of knowing. You've seen things before they happened, an image, a flash, a knowing. You brushed it off as coincidence because that's what you were taught to do. But deep down, your soul knew the truth. Here's the thing about clairvoyance. It's not some rare gift. It's been pushed down, hidden away. It's your birthright as a being whose consciousness has broken free from the heavy, that dense world we live in. There's this old book called The Seeress of Prevorst by Justinus Kerner. It tells the story of a woman who could barely read or write, yet she could see the spiritual wounds people carried. She talked with the dead. She could sense spiritual energies from miles away. She wasn't crazy, she was open. Her inner eye had bloomed like a flower, and suddenly the invisible world became visible to her. So what exactly is this third eye? In your brain, there's a tiny organ called the pineal gland. It's shaped like a pine cone and filled with light-sensitive cells. Ancient people knew this was sacred. The Egyptians carved the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus into their temples. They were mapping this very organ in stone. Hindus mark their foreheads with sacred ash right where the third eye sits. Even Jesus said, "If your eye is single, your whole body will be full of light." This isn't poetry. This is spiritual biology. But here's what they never told you. Your third eye isn't broken or dead. It's just covered up, covered by fear, by endless distractions, by toxins in your body and toxic thoughts in your mind, by doubt and disbelief. But underneath all that, it's still there, pulsing like a cosmic antenna, waiting for you to tune back in. When it starts to wake up, you'll notice small changes at first. You'll see energy shimmer around people. Colors will appear where they shouldn't be. Close your eyes and you'll see shapes, symbols, sometimes faces. Your dreams will become vivid and prophetic. You'll wake up with visions that feel more real than your everyday life. No, you're not losing your mind. You're peeling back the layers of illusion. Clairvoyance isn't about escaping reality. It's about seeing right through it. You'll start noticing the energy behind people's smiles, the hidden currents beneath their words. You'll see the light fields around plants, animals, even thoughts themselves. Reality becomes a living book you can read. But here's the warning. This power demands purity. Your third eye isn't just a lens you look through, it's a mirror. What you see depends on what you're carrying inside. A fearful soul sees bad omens everywhere. A prideful mind sees fantasies and delusions. But a clear heart sees truth, whole, radiant, divine. This is why ancient mystery schools made their students purify their thoughts, emotions, and desires before teaching them how to see. Because vision without wisdom, that's just another kind of blindness. So how do you wake up your clairvoyance? You start by finding that quiet light inside your forehead. It's the place where thoughts settle down and light begins to shine. This is an ancient practice, something they used to do in sacred temples long ago. Here's how to do the violet flame exercise. Find somewhere peaceful. Sit down or lie back and get comfortable. Close your eyes. Take slow, deep breaths. Now picture a small violet flame right in the center of your forehead. That's where your third eye sits. Every time you breathe, feel this flame getting brighter. It's not hot, it's just pure light. Now ask a question. Don't ask from your thinking mind, ask from your soul, something that really matters to you. Don't chase after an answer. Just wait. You might see images, you might feel something. Symbols might appear. Let them come up naturally. Let them tell you what they need to tell you. When you're ready, open your eyes nice and slow. Write down what you experienced. Do this every day for a week. Notice the patterns that show up. Watch for those meaningful coincidences. This isn't make-believe. You're training yourself. Each time you work with the violet flame, the curtain between worlds gets thinner. Your inner eye opens a bit more. Don't worry if nothing happens right away. This inner sight speaks different languages. Some people feel things. Others see symbols. Some hear whispers. And some, they just know. It doesn't matter how it comes to you. What matters is that it becomes clear. As time goes on, you'll start seeing auras, those glowing energy fields around living things. You'll pick up on people's emotions before they even speak. You might start seeing beings from higher realms, guides, ancestors, pieces of souls, not as hallucinations, but as real perception beyond the everyday world. Then it hits you. You were never blind, you were just distracted. Now you're coming back to who you really are. You're a being of pure light, living in a body, connected to everything in the universe. This inner sight isn't the end goal. It's a tool, a sacred eye for sacred work, to see with love, to witness what's true, to recognize the divine spark in everyone, no matter what face they're wearing. So as you move through your day, start practicing this sacred way of seeing. Look past what people say. Feel the colors behind their emotions. Listen with that space in your forehead, not just your ears. Slowly, a whole new world opens up, a world of energy, of symbols, of meaningful connections, of soul. You won't walk around blind anymore. You'll walk with inner light, and with each step, you'll become what you once searched for, someone who truly sees. Chapter 3. Intuition, the voice of your higher self. There's a voice inside you. It doesn't yell, it doesn't argue, it doesn't beg you to listen. It just knows. And when you follow it, doors open where there used to be walls. This is intuition, not gut instinct, not logical thinking, not a lucky guess. It's divine wisdom flowing through you like a golden river running deep beneath everything else. You've felt it before, that strange certainty when you're making a decision, a nudge to leave right before something goes wrong, a feeling about someone that turns out to be exactly right. You didn't know how you knew, you just did. That wasn't chance, that wasn't luck, that was your higher self speaking through the silence. Intuition is your soul's native language. It doesn't speak in sentences or logic, it speaks through symbols, sensations, and sudden insights. It moves faster than thought, deeper than reason, and purer than emotion. It's the direct whisper of the infinite within you. In Elizabeth H's Initiation, she describes how Egyptian temple initiates were taught to quiet their minds, not to empty them, but to hear what lies beyond them, to tell the difference between the ego's chatter and the eternal self's whisper. That's what you need to learn now, because intuition isn't something you develop, it's something you unblock. The modern world teaches you to distrust it, to favor logic, to calculate, to seek proof. But intuition doesn't beg for validation. It simply speaks and waits for you to listen. And when you do, your life begins to move in rhythm with something far more intelligent than your mind. Here's what you need to understand. Your intuition isn't random. It's precise. It's connected to a field that sees beyond time and space. It already knows what's around the corner. It senses the energetic consequences of every path. When your intuition speaks, it's guiding you from the level of soul contracts, karmic alignments, and unseen truths. To ignore it is to walk blindfolded. To follow it is to walk in alignment with the intelligence that dreamed you into being. But there's a catch. Your ego is loud. Your fear is sneaky. Your desires are deceptive. They'll dress themselves up as intuition if you're not careful. So how do you know the difference? Here's the key. Intuition feels like peace, even when it warns you. Fear feels like panic, even when it flatters you. True intuition never pressures. It arrives gently, calmly. A knowing in your body, a resonance in your chest, a pull in your solar plexus. No drama, just truth. You don't argue with it. You either follow it or you feel its absence later when things fall apart. But the more you listen, the stronger it becomes. It's like a muscle. Use it and it sharpens. Ignore it and it quiets. And when it sharpens, miracles begin. You start moving before the wave. You say yes before the opportunity arrives. Say no before danger even shows up. You naturally line up with paths that look lucky to others, but you know the truth. This isn't luck. This is living by your inner guide. Let's dig deeper. In ancient wisdom, the soul has layers: physical, emotional, mental, and something called the Buddhic level. Your intuition flows from this Buddha plane, a place of divine truth where everything connects and separation vanishes. When you tap into this level, you stop thinking and start knowing. You stop choosing and start recognizing. Intuition doesn't guess what's coming. It remembers the future because on higher levels, all possible futures already exist. The more you trust this gift, the more you become a channel for something greater. You'll start seeing coincidences pile up like breadcrumbs from the unseen world. You'll walk as if someone's guiding you because someone is. So how do you make this power stronger? Practice. Stillness. Letting go. Try this sacred exercise, the inner compass. Find a quiet moment and sit with your eyes closed. Take a deep breath. Let your body relax. Think of a small decision, something real but not too heavy. Maybe should I take this route today? Don't analyze it. Just ask the question inside. Now focus on your gut, your solar plexus. Feel. Don't think. Does your body open up or close down? Do you feel expansion or tightness? Notice that first sensation. Trust it. Act on it. Watch what happens. Do this every day with bigger and bigger choices. You're not guessing, you're tuning in. The more you trust, the clearer it gets. You'll start feeling when something's right before it even makes sense. You'll walk away from paths your ego wanted, but your soul has outgrown. You won't beg for signs anymore. You'll become one. Let this truth sink deep. Your higher self is never far away. It's you, without the fear, without the doubt, without the confusion. When you learn to hear it, you stop just living life. You create it together with the infinite. So walk in stillness. Decide in peace. Remember, the mind analyzes, but the soul knows. Now with your inner compass awake, you're ready for the next power. One that shows you're not just thoughts, you're a force strong enough to bend matter itself. Chapter 4, Telekinesis, the mind that moves matter. You've been told matter is solid, fixed, untouchable without physical force. But the ancient masters understood something we've forgotten. They knew that the physical world listens to the mind. Telekinesis, moving objects, changing outcomes, shaping reality with nothing but consciousness. Sounds crazy to the logical mind, right? But to those who've awakened, it's just a forgotten skill we all have. Here's the thing. What we call telekinesis isn't some weird superpower. It's what naturally happens when you understand a basic truth. Everything is mind, everything is energy, everything vibrates. This is the foundation of ancient wisdom, taught in every mystery school throughout history. You're not separate from the world around you. You're woven into it. And your thoughts, when they're clear and powerful enough, start reshaping what you thought was unchangeable. Let's dig deeper. Matter isn't solid. It's a dance of tiny particles vibrating at different speeds. Modern physics is finally catching up to what mystics have always known, that watching something changes it, that consciousness shapes form, that the universe responds to a mind that truly knows itself. In the old stories, saints and sages did what we'd call impossible. They walked on water, they floated in the air, they healed with a touch, created food from nothing, called down rain, manifested protection from thin air. They weren't breaking the rules of nature. They were working with deeper rules that most of us have forgotten exist. The secret? Will. Focused will. Pure intention. Rock-solid belief. Telekinesis isn't about impressing people by bending spoons. It's about commanding the quantum field through focused vibration. And it starts with understanding this. Your mind projects, your body transmits, your heart amplifies. When all three work together, thoughts become forces. Ever walked into a room and felt the tension so thick you could almost touch it? Ever sensed someone's anger before they opened their mouth? Felt your own body react? That's telekinetic influence happening right there. Messy, unconscious, but absolutely real. Now imagine making that intentional. Imagine directing your energy with laser focus instead of letting it scatter. Imagine speaking not just with words, but with the vibration behind them. That's when things shift. That's when objects move. That's when reality starts bending to match your frequency. In yoga, they call this power siddhi. And here's the paradox. It doesn't come from wanting it. It comes from stillness. The quieter your mind becomes, the louder its commands. In stillness, your thoughts become pure, undistorted, like a laser beam cutting through fog. Here's a truth most people miss. Your mind is always affecting the world around you. But usually, it's happening by accident. When you worry, your body tenses up. When you're angry, you create chaos. When you're afraid, you actually attract the very things you're trying to avoid. But when you wake up to this flow, when you become aware of it, that's when you step into real mastery. Let me share an exercise that ancient mystery schools used to teach their students. It's called the flame of will. Find a quiet spot, light a small candle. Now don't analyze the flame, just gaze at it. Merge with it. As you breathe, start imagining the flame responding to your will, not by forcing it, not by straining, just by connecting with it. See it flicker gently when you exhale. Feel your energy field expanding, surrounding the flame. Start to sense that the flame isn't separate from you. It's actually part of your field. When you're ready, give the flame a gentle command. Move right. Grow taller. Don't expect anything. Don't analyze. Just watch. Do this every day, not to control the flame, but to connect with it. Over time, you might start seeing actual movement, especially when your energy is calm, focused, and emotionally balanced. Why does this matter? Because moving objects with your mind isn't about dominating them. It's about tuning your vibration to match reality's structure. Your intention becomes part of nature's flow, not something fighting against it. The greatest masters never forced reality to bend. They became so internally organized, so ordered, that the outside world naturally followed their energetic blueprint. That's the real essence of this power. Let's go deeper. You might not be ready to lift a stone or float a feather yet, but you are ready to influence your environment. Start experimenting. Walk into a room and shift its energy just by being there. Put your hand over a glass of water and charge it with calm or gratitude. Then drink it and notice how your body feels. Focus on calming the storm inside yourself. Watch how the outer world often mirrors that inner peace. This power starts small, a flicker, a chill, a vibration, a feeling that the air itself has shifted because of your inner state. And when you trust these tiny movements, they grow. Because reality responds to those who believe it will respond. But here's what matters most. You must purify your will. The ego wants power to control things. The soul wants power to create harmony. When your will aligns with love, balance, and divine intelligence, your influence becomes healing instead of invasive. The saints moved mountains not through force, but through pure intention aligned with the highest good. Mountains didn't obey them because they wanted power. No, it was because their vibration matched the source itself. The mountains simply responded. So don't go chasing after big, flashy displays. Chase that inner harmony instead. You know why? The mind that moves matter isn't the one making all the noise. It's the quietest one. Let your thoughts turn into prayers. Let what you want line up with what's good for everyone. Let your body become this silent channel for forces you can't even see. Then you'll get it. You were never trapped in this world. You've been shaping it all along, with every thought, every breath, every frequency that flows out of you. Now that you remember this, let's go deeper. There's a power that goes beyond space and time, one that lets you see past right now and actually touch what might happen tomorrow. Chapter 5. Precognition, the soul that sees across time. Ever felt something before it happened? Maybe a dream, a flash, a weird feeling in your body, that sudden knowing that someone's about to call or something's about to go down before it actually does. That wasn't luck. That wasn't your imagination running wild. That was precognition, your soul remembering what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. Here's the thing about time. It's not what they told you. There's no straight line with the past behind you, present under your feet, and future up ahead. Time is a field, a living ocean of possibilities flowing all around you. And your soul? It knows how to swim in it. The old mystery schools never thought the soul was stuck to the clock. It lives in dimensions above time, where every moment, past, present, and all possible futures, exist together in one unified presence. Precognition isn't about seeing the future. It's about tuning into a vibrational thread that's already there. You don't predict. It's more like remembering something that hasn't happened yet. The more tuned in you get, the more these glimpses show up. You start living in what mystics called the eternal now, a moment so still, so huge, it holds all moments at once. But here's what most people miss. Precognition doesn't come from pushing, it comes from being open. It shows up in the quiet when your soul has room to whisper. Most people brush off these whispers. They don't fit the logic box. But logic is built from the past, and precognition, that's the voice of the future unfolding. You've had this voice inside you forever. Remember when you canceled those plans and dodged a disaster? That time you met someone and felt that instant red flag only to be proven right? That weird dream that made sense later? Out in real life, days later, you still hadn't figured it out. But your subtle body, it was listening beyond the veil. So what's really going on here? Let's dig deeper. In the mystical traditions, especially Theosophy and Hermeticism, they talk about something called the causal plane. It's like a higher energy layer where everything gets stored. Every action, every intention, every vibration leaves its mark there. These marks are like grooves carved into the fabric of time itself. And your soul, when it's quiet and open, can read these grooves like someone reading Braille in the dark. Here's the thing about seeing the future. It's not about fate. It's about noticing which way things are heading. The future isn't set in stone. Your soul is just picking up on what's most likely to happen based on the energy flowing right now. And once you know, you can change it. This is one of the big secrets. Seeing what's coming isn't about giving into it. It's about getting the power to steer things differently. Feel danger coming? Change your path. Sense an opportunity? Meet it head on. If a timeline doesn't feel right for your soul, start a new one. You're not just someone who dreams about the future, you're someone who weaves new timelines. Now let's wake up this power. There's a sacred doorway where future sight flows easiest, your dreams. When you sleep, your ego takes a nap too. Your mind lets go, and your soul, it starts traveling, exploring symbols and messages and possibilities. The ancients got this. The Egyptians treated dreams like divine gateways. The Greeks built whole temples for dream healing and visions. The Essenes, the Tibetans, the shamans, they all knew dreams aren't just random nonsense. Dreams are intelligent. You've had prophetic dreams before, you just didn't call them that. Now it's time to claim them back. Try this, the dream mirror ritual. Before bed, sit quietly with a journal. Put your hand on your heart. Say softly, "Tonight I open myself to receive true vision. I ask to remember what my soul already knows." Keep your body relaxed as you sleep. When you wake up, write immediately, even just fragments. Look for patterns, symbols, emotions that feel bigger than the dream itself. After a few nights, you'll start noticing echoes in your daily life. You're not waiting for the future. You're remembering frequencies you've already walked through in another layer of time. And this can happen when you're awake too, if you're present enough. In moments of stillness, meditation, or deep emotion, the veil gets thinner. You might see flashes, hear phrases inside. Timelines shift before you even take a step. Here's how to trust what you're sensing. Don't sit around waiting for proof. When something aligns, move on it. Those tiny hunches you get, don't brush them off. They're your early warning system. When something feels deeply real, even if it makes no logical sense, it usually is. But here's the thing. This gift comes with a price. If you can read the currents of time, you need to walk humbly. This isn't about manipulation. It's about service. Not about fear, but finding harmony. The greatest prophets weren't trying to be special. They were just trying to stay aligned. Let that be your way forward. Don't chase power just to control things. Let your vision become a bridge connecting right now to what could be. And remember, what you see is always shifting. You're not locked in. Your future isn't set in stone. But if you really listen, your soul will guide you toward your highest potential. You're not just a body moving through time. You're awareness itself, reaching across time, shaping destiny through your presence. Now that you get this, you're ready for the next power, one that shows how your hands, your breath, and your intention can heal the world. Chapter 6, Energy Healing, Channeling Life Force. You are a healer, not because you have a degree, not because of some title. You're a healer because your very existence was built to channel life force. The real question is, have you remembered how? There's an energy flowing through everything. Ancient peoples called it prana, chi, ruach, spiritus, baraka, odic force. It's the breath within breath, the beat behind your heartbeat, the invisible thread connecting soul to body. When this energy flows freely, you have vitality. When it gets stuck, illness follows. But here's what modern science still can't wrap its head around. Your body doesn't just receive this life force, it transmits it. You're a conduit, a living bridge between cosmic energy and the physical world. With intention, purity, and presence, you can direct this energy to heal yourself and others. Energy healing isn't make-believe, it's ancient technology. Mystics and healers everywhere knew this. Christians laying on hands, Japanese Reiki masters, Chinese Qigong practitioners, Indian pranic healers, curanderos, shamans, medicine women healing with touch, breath, chant, and love. They all tap the same source, the universal life force flowing through everything. And so can you. Right now, your hands carry this power. Your heart gives off an electromagnetic field that can actually be measured. The way you focus your thoughts shapes how energy moves through every cell in your body. You don't need any special equipment. You are the equipment. But here's the thing. This power needs something sacred. It needs you to be aligned. Energy follows your intentions, and your intentions follow your vibration. When you're all over the place, scared, or caught up in your ego, the energy you send out gets twisted and distorted. But when you're calm, when your heart is open, and your ego takes a back seat, that's when you become a channel for something divine. Healing doesn't come from you, it comes through you. Let me be crystal clear about this. You're not the source, you're the bridge. A healer isn't some hero. They're like a hollow bone, an open flute that lets the sacred current flow through. When you line up your body, mind, and soul with the source, miracles stop being miracles. They become normal. Sickness fades away, emotional wounds heal, stuck energy starts moving again. And it's not because you did something, it's because you got out of the way. So how do you start? Let's wake up your inner healer with this exercise, the hands of light. Sit down comfortably with your palms facing up. Rest your hands gently on your lap. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths. Let your body relax and soften. Picture a brilliant light coming down from above your head, a warm, golden white current. See it flowing in through the top of your head, moving down your spine, through your arms, and into your hands. Your hands might start to tingle. They might vibrate or feel warm. Now place your hands gently over your heart, or anywhere on your body that needs some love. Don't try to fix anything. Just be there. Let the energy do its thing. Feel grateful, not to yourself, but to the divine force flowing through you. Stay like this for 5 to 10 minutes. Then take a deep breath, open your eyes, and rest. This simple practice wakes up the healing current. As time goes on, you'll feel it getting stronger. You might start sensing other people's pain like it's your own. You might feel pulled to place your hands on others, to breathe with them, to share calmness just through your eyes. You're not making this up. You're remembering what your body has always known. Your palms are gateways. Your breath transmits energy. Your very presence is a frequency that affects everything around you. But never forget, the real healer isn't you. The real healer is the intelligence behind the energy, the source, the infinite, the divine. You're just the bridge. So stay humble. Heal with respect. Let love, not ego, show you the way. Now let's dive even deeper. All sickness is really dis-ease, a break in harmony when body, mind, and spirit fall out of sync. The role of an energy healer isn't to battle sickness. It's about bringing back balance, realigning yourself or your client with that perfect blueprint of health that already exists in higher realms. You don't need to push healing to happen. You simply invite it back. And the way you invite it? Through coherence. When your heart is steady, calm, loving, and grateful, you send out waves that sync with others. Your energy field becomes like an invitation, a tuning fork for balance. This is why the most powerful healers aren't always the ones with the most certificates on their wall. They're the ones who are most present, most surrendered, most loving. Their energy communicates what words never could. You are safe now. You are seen. You are whole. So let me tell you this right now. You are safe. You are seen. You are whole. And you're ready to remember this healing power inside you. It's not something you'll earn someday. You were born with it. Because you're a soul living in a human body, and this body, this heart, this breath, they were always meant to serve something sacred. Next time someone you love is hurting, don't just speak. Put your hand on their shoulder. Breathe. Feel the current flow. Say nothing. Let the silence carry it. You'll feel it move. They'll feel it too. Because healing isn't about fixing anything. It's about transmitting a memory, a remembrance of the wholeness that's already there beneath the wound. And now that you've felt the current, you're ready for the final initiation. Something powerful, ancient, even feared. A journey that goes beyond the body itself and lifts your soul into other realms. This is where your consciousness truly learns to fly. Chapter 7, Astral Projection, the journey beyond the body. You are not your body. This isn't just some spiritual concept, it's literally true. Your body is a sacred vehicle, a temple for your experience, but it doesn't define your limits. You are consciousness, you are a soul, you are spirit wrapped in light, and you were never meant to be confined. You've known this for a long time, that floating sensation just before you fall asleep, that sudden jolt like you're falling back into yourself. That dream so vivid, so real, it felt like you actually went somewhere. Because you did. This isn't make-believe, it's astral projection. And it's the final hidden power you need to remember now. For thousands of years, mystics, sages, and initiates have described this ability. The capacity to consciously leave your physical body and explore invisible realms, to soar beyond time, space to visit other planes of existence, to meet guides, soul companions, even your own higher self. In Egypt, they called it the Ba, leaving the Ka. In India, the cities of yogic flight. In theosophy, etheric projection. Indigenous wisdom knows it as soul walking, dreamtime travel, or shamanic flight. And in every tradition, this wasn't some party trick. It was a sacred initiation. Because once you've experienced life beyond your body, you can never again believe the lie that this physical world is all there is. So what exactly is astral projection? It's when your consciousness shifts into your astral body, a subtle energy form that sits right on top of your physical one. This body is luminous, light-based, not bound by the rules of physics. It travels through the astral plane, a world made of thought, symbol, energy, and vibration. This plane is absolutely real. In fact, you go there every single night when you sleep. Yes, every night your consciousness detaches from your body and moves through different layers of subtle reality. You just don't remember. Why? Because you haven't trained yourself to stay aware during the transition. But now you will. Let's talk about how this actually works. When you sleep or go into deep meditation, your physical body slows down, the etheric body softens, and the astral body starts to rise. You might feel this as buzzing sensations, vibrations, a feeling of being really heavy or really light. Maybe you hear ringing in your ears. In that moment, if you stay calm, aware, and open, you can slip through the veil. At first, you might float above your body. See it from the outside. This isn't a dream. You're fully conscious but free, able to move without effort, able to will yourself to any place, time, or realm. With practice, you'll gain control. You'll travel to the lower astral realms, where unhealed energies and broken thoughts live. Only go there when you're grounded. The middle realms, where you meet other travelers, learn lessons, receive insights. The higher realms, filled with light, sacred geometry, libraries of knowledge, and divine intelligences. This isn't fantasy. This is spiritual science, and with it comes tremendous power and tremendous responsibility. Because when you travel beyond your body, you're accessing dimensions that respond instantly to your thoughts and vibrations. Whatever you carry inside, fear, love, curiosity, ego, gets amplified. So preparation is everything. Astral projection isn't about running away. This is about exploring with a sacred purpose. Let me show you the basic process, the gateway to flight. Before you sleep, turn down the lights, lie on your back, take deep breaths, and let every bit of tension melt away from your body. Start to picture your body filling up with light, especially at the top of your head and in your heart. Keep repeating in your mind, I stay aware as I move between worlds. Let your body fall asleep. But keep your mind gently awake. You might feel vibrations, maybe floating, sometimes heaviness. Don't panic, this is normal. This is when you're starting to separate. When the feeling gets stronger, imagine yourself rolling out of your body, like you're peeling off a second skin. Don't push it. Just gently will yourself to float up. If it works, look at your hands. They might look watery, see-through, glowing even. Now set your intention. Take me where I need to go. Then trust whatever pulls you forward. You might wake up right away, or you might come back with powerful memories. Either way, you're opening the door. The more you practice, the easier it gets. The more you trust, the more real your journeys become. You might meet guides, enter learning halls, see past lives, maybe even help others on invisible levels. But always protect yourself. Call in the light. Surround yourself with sacred symbols. Keep your heart in the right place. You're not just playing with dreams here. You're crossing into new levels of awareness. Now that you know how to leave your body, ask yourself, why? Why do you want to travel beyond? Not for fun, not to prove something, but to remember the truth about your endless self. This projection is a tool, a gift, a mirror. It shows you what you are beyond the illusion. It teaches you that death isn't the end, that your form can change, that you're so much more than just flesh and a name. When you come back, you walk through this world differently, lighter, calmer, wiser, with less fear, less clinging, more compassion. Because once your soul has touched the stars, the world's noise starts to fade away. So now, dear traveler, you've awakened all 7 powers. You've remembered what your mind can do, what your heart can feel, what your spirit can become. And this is just the beginning. Closing. The return of those who remember. So here you are, not just listening anymore, remembering. You've crossed the threshold. You've walked through 7 ancient gates, and with each one, you've unlocked a piece of yourself you thought was lost. But the truth? It was never gone, just buried, waiting under all those layers of distraction, fear, conditioning, and forgetting. Now the tea. The veil is thinner now. The current runs stronger. You know it. You know you're more than what the world ever told you. Behind your eyes lives a force. It speaks without words, sees what others miss, knows what logic can't touch. It moves energy through pure will, remembers tomorrow, heals with presence, and flies beyond flesh and bone. You're not searching anymore. You carry knowledge now, carry light, carry a lineage older than time itself. But this isn't the end, it's the return. These powers weren't given to lift you above others. You remembered them to help others rise. They were never about running away. They're about becoming fully present, fully human, fully divine, fully awake with every single breath. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs vibrational presence. It needs souls who remember, souls who glow, souls who walk in silence but speak in frequencies. So here's what your soul asks of you. Use these gifts to heal, to lift up, to set free. When someone speaks from pain, hear the thought beneath their words. When you enter a room, let your presence shift the energy. When you dream, listen for messages from your higher self. In stillness, let intuition guide your path. When you hold someone you love, let peace flow through your hands. And when the world tries to shrink you down, smile. Because now you know you are infinity wearing a disguise. You came here, at this exact moment in history, for a reason. To wake up when others forget. To embody what others doubt. To become the bridge between what we see and what we don't. Between heaven and earth. Between what is and what could be. Let this final truth echo through your being. You are the ritual. You are the healing. You are the prophecy. You are the revelation. The hidden powers of humanity were never meant to stay buried. They were waiting for someone like you to remember them, to walk through this sleeping world as someone who's awake. You're not alone. Others are waking up too. And when enough of us rise, reality itself will shift. We are the rememberers, the ones who feel energy in a handshake, who hear the silence between words, who dream with eyes wide open, who carry ancient keys in modern hearts. You've remembered now, so live like you never forgot. This is where the words end, but where the activation begins. Go. Let these powers wake up in every cell, every step, every breath. The world is ready. The question is, are you?